Hey YouTube family, how are you guys doing? I hope you're all doing well. It's another scorchingly hot day here in Prince Edward Island, so I thought I'd come downstairs to my nice air-conditioned room and do a little video on a couple of Strat style guitars I have here. One of which is mine, the other is a friend of mine's guitar. I thought this would be a good opportunity to compare one to the other. These are both used guitars. They were both bought used, but one of them, used market price, is anywhere between $800 and $900, give or take, and the other between $250 and $300, give or take. So quite a significant difference in price. Is there a significant difference in quality, playability, and sound? That is the question. So by definition, to the purists out there, if a Stratocaster is an American-made instrument branded as Fender, then both of these are in fact knockoffs. Right? If it's not the shape that matters and the pickup configuration and the way it plays and the sound that classify it as a Stratocaster, these are both knockoff guitars, as neither one is American made. So instead of calling them Strat 1 and Strat 2, to not offend anybody, I just called them Thing 1 and Thing 2. Man, it's kind of like we're in a Dr. Zeus video, right? Hello boys and girls, we have a game to play. Yahoo! Can you tell the difference of which Strat style guitar is better for you when the name on the headstock is hidden from view? Is it Thing 1 or Thing 2? Shoot me now. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'm going to run through the spec sheet. Seeing as how many professional guitar players have specific things that they look for in their guitars, I thought we would compare the specs between Thing 1 and Thing 2, and then I'll run a couple of sound clips. And I'll try and edit the clips so that there's no delay between the riff on one guitar and the same riff on the other. So hopefully your ears will pick up that transition a little easier. Let's get started. So I made a list of specs that I found online on both of these guitars, and I kind of filled them in as best as I could. So Thing 1, mahogany body. Thing 2, alder body. Thing 1, roasted maple neck. Thing 2, plain maple neck. Thing 1, fingerboard is rosewood with abalone inlays. Thing 2, fingerboard is maple with black dot inlays. Neck carve on Thing 1 is modern C. Neck carve on Thing 2 is modern C. Scale length, 25.5, 25.5. Tuners, Thing 1 has staggered locking tuners, 18:1. Thing 2 has standard closed back tuners, 18:1. Neck radius, Thing 1 has a 9.5 to 12 compound radius neck. Thing 2 has a straight 9.5 radius neck. Frets, Thing 1 has 22 stainless steel frets. Thing 2 has 22 silver nickel frets. Nut width, 42 millimeters over here, 42 millimeters over here. Nut material, Thing 1 has a bone nut. Thing 2 has a synthetic bone nut. Neck finish, satin urethane on Thing 1, satin urethane on the back of Thing 2 with poly on the front. So the fretboard is poly, the back is urethane. Bridge, 2-point synchronized trem with solid steel saddles on thing 1. Bridge, 2-point synchronized trem with bent steel saddles on thing 2. Weight, thing 1, 8.4 pounds. Thing 2, 8.3 pounds. Cavities, thing 1, shielded with shielding paint. Thing 2, unshielded cavities. Pickups in thing 1, Alnico cloth wire insulated pickups. Bridge measured at 6.68, middle is 6.50, and neck is 6.36. Pickups in thing 2, we have Alnico uninsulated plastic wire pickups. Bridge is 6.68, middle is 5.83, and neck is 5.61. Output jacks on thing 1, we have a pure tone style output jack. On thing 2, we have just a regular single tab output jack. Both guitars have a square neck plate on the back. However, thing 1 has a contoured heel, whereas thing 2 has just a straight, normal cut heel. No contours. Strap buttons. Oversized strap buttons on thing 1. Regular Fender style strap buttons on thing 2. Both guitars have 10 to 46 strings, and both guitars are tuned to E flat. So just 1/2 step down on each string. And that's it for the specs. I will not be doing a teardown of these guitars today. This is simply just to give you a spec comparison and a sound test comparison of two guitars that greatly differ in price. So let's get started, shall we? Well, there you have it. Specs and sound clips between thing 1 and thing 2. Which Strat style is better for you when the name on the headstocks are hidden from view? I guess the only thing to do now is to pull these papers off and show you. Stop it! Stop it, for the love of God! Enough with the Dr. Zeus stuff. Alright, so I'll give you a close-up view. I've already read the specs. Thing 1. Staggered pickups. Truss rod adjustment is the wheel at the bottom. There's that contoured heel. See the checkerboard pattern? Almost looks like this is quarter sawn. Abalone inlays. Stainless steel frets. Bone nut. Locking tuners. Different style headstock. And we have an M Musi Capricorn Classic. And vintage white with the pearl pickguard. Thing number 2. Metallic silver paint. Bent saddles. Staggered pickups. Truss rod adjustment is at the headstock and not at the bottom. Oh, almost gave it away there. Maple neck. Black dot inlays. Silver nickel frets. Synthetic bone nut. Closed back tuners. Gotta go quick. And there you go. Fender Stratocaster. Made in Mexico. This is the 75th anniversary version. So when these came out, this one was just over $500 here in Canada. I think it was $519 or $529-ish. And this one, when it came out, I believe it was 2021, when the 75th anniversary was available. They were, here in Canada, they vary a bit, but they're roughly between $11.49 and $11.99 plus taxes, which would put this just over $1,300 Canadian. So there you have it, folks. 2 very similar looking and feeling guitars, as far as I'm concerned. Pickups are definitely different. A little hotter on this side than on that side, for sure. That would be a player's preference to what you like the most. Features. There's a lot of features on the Musi that I prefer. Stainless steel frets, the truss rod, the cloth wire pickups, the locking tuners, the bone nut, the compound radius. I personally like that. The solid saddles versus the stamped ones. But I do like the articulation of the pickups on this one. Doesn't have as much punch and grit that I would like, but the note definition is definitely more pronounced on this one, possibly because they're a lower output pickup, and especially with dirt in the mix. However, if I'm going to use dirt, I want a little more grit, which I find this one a little bit lacking. This one is a little bit too much. I'd probably change the pickups on both of these if I could find a set that'd be right in the middle. A little hotter than this one, but not quite as hot as this one. All in all, 2 fantastic guitars. I don't know, you guys let me know what you think. It doesn't matter what the name says on the headstock. If you like it, it's a good guitar. Thank you very much for watching. God bless, and keep rocking your 6 string. See you next time.